Hi everyone, it's Andrew McCarthy, the Urban Bayman. And I'm outside what we used to refer to anyway, as the Viper's Nest. Now some of you may remember that I moved to Cornerbrook in 1995. I was a very young man and embraced the community, became an intricate part of the tourism community out here. And of course within that, we were representing the city of Cornerbrook first and foremost, and we made it our responsibility to learn as much as we could about the culture, about the people, and most importantly about the history of the area. And one of the significant parts of the history, you have to remember, Cornerbrook is a mill town. Before 1923, there was nothing here. When I say nothing, look, there were some sawmills, right? Some small operations, but this was a massive industrial undertaking. Started in 1923. The industrialists that came here, right, they were left with a blank slate. And when you look at the city today and how magnificent it is, how beautiful this city is, you really have to admire, at least you should admire, those men and women, and let's not kid ourselves, those men who arrived here initially and made the decisions, who laid out the plan. Remember, this is, I think I read the other day when I was on Bear Mountain there, a garden city. They had a plan, right? Everything was laid out because there was nothing here. They laid out the roads, the sidewalks, the recreational areas, the homes, the churches. Everything was planned. Everything was orchestrated. They had such tremendous vision. One of the founders of the Bowater Corporation was, of course, Sir Eric Bowater. And he built a private residence. It's right here behind me. I'm not sure if you can make it out, and I don't really want to venture inside the property. I'm standing right at the gate, and even this may cause us problems in a minute. But they built this home, and it was always referred to, and we knew it as the Viper's Nest. Now, forgive me for thinking, right? And again, you remember I've said in earlier videos, there's nothing I like better than to be proven wrong, right? When I'm proven wrong, I know with all certainty that I've actually learned something. Guys, we called this the Viper's Nest for years. And in my youth, I thought it was a viper, an apes, a snake. And I thought it was rather appropriate at that time because, you know, when we thought of, in this day and age, capitalists and industrialists as being, you know, business leaders, we think of them as being evil, right? We think of them as snakes, two-legged ones, albeit, but is how we are taught to think in this day and age. Imagine my surprise when I recently discovered it wasn't called the Viper's Nest for the apes, for the snakes, for the evil merchant. It was the VIP area. This was a home that was built not as a private residence. This was built as a place where they would entertain those men of such vision, those men who had become accustomed to great luxury, who were creating the same kind of environment, right, albeit on a smaller scale, for every man, woman, and child that would be living in the city of Cornerbrook. Right, when you go to the town center, or what do they call it, the town site, right, you see the magnificent homes. Central heating, this is back in 1923, often with shared furnaces. The men and the women that were here, they didn't own the homes. They were owned by the mill, by the industrialists, who were creating great levels of comfort for their own people, the same as what they had here. This is where they kept their VIPs, the important people, the decision makers, those that were creating this opportunity. Not a Viper's Nest, a VIP nest. Guys, I'd like to thank you for watching these videos. I hope that these are meaning something to you again. I hope that you recognize sometimes that, hey, maybe we need to change the way we think, right? Because right now, given the world that we're having, we could probably use a few more industrialists. Thanks for, subscribe to our channel.